guys, welcome back. Today I'll be reviewing this manga. It's Utsubora, the Story of a Novelist by Asumiko Nakamura. And here's the gorgeous front cover. That is the spine and the back. And the description on the back says, complete in one volume, Utsubora intimates the story of a novelist who succumbs to the siren call of plagiarism when a mysterious beauty straight from his own pages accosts him unbidden. It is published by Vertical Incorporated, printed in Canada, and it is has ages 18 plus on it. So it is definitely an adult manga due to some of the sexual content in the pages. Now, this book I saw online for the first time. I'd never heard of it before, and the cover just totally drew me in. These eyes, the sadness, there's some story there I wanted to know about this woman and what it was all about, and I definitely had to pick this one up. And this is a difficult read, I will admit that. It's not something you will get all in a first reading, and the story is not told in quite a linear format. The author tends to jump all over the place within time, forward and backwards, with no indication as to when those jumps take place. So you really have to focus on where you are within the story and within the plot. Now, the story is, as it says, subtitle says, the story of a novelist, but we have two novelists within this book. We have Shun Mizurogi, who was a once rather genius author, big fan base, think along the lines of Stephen King, almost obsessive fans, and his work lately has not been that well received, and he's sort of kind of withdrawn from public life, but he has been asked to partake as a judge in a literary contest, and there he stumbles across a sealed manuscript by the name of Utsubora, which he steals. It's written by a young woman by the name of Aki, who he later develops a relationship through the pages. But it's written very much in a similar style to his, because she is one of those obsessed fans. And he sort of reworks it and develops it as his own and basically plagiarizes the work. Now, as the story opens up in the very first few pages, Aki jumps to her death, and the police are investigating this mysterious suicide, and Shun Mizurogi's name is one of two names on this woman's cell phone. The other one is Sakura, Aki's supposed twin sister. Now we say supposed because the police can't identify the features of the woman who's committed suicide because of the fall has obliterated her features. And when Mizurogi comes into contact with Sakura, at first he thinks Aki is not dead, that she's standing right before him, and he actually passes out in the hospital where the questioning is taking place by the police. So when he comes to and he gets to meet Sakura, the two start to talk. This whole book is really kind of dark study on human psyche and how we can justify our decisions to do things. There's also this whole ambiguity with regards to identity, with regards to the two women, who the true author of Utsubora is. It was just very intriguing and something that really takes a lot of focus to kind of get all the intricacies of the plot out. I really like the way it was told. Like I said, it took me two read-throughs to kind of thoroughly grasp everything. I'm not even sure I did grasp everything yet. But all the characters within the book, there is Mr. Suji, there's an editor, Koyomi, she's the young niece of Mizurogi, and the police, and several other side characters. None of them are inconsequential to the plot. They're all very well developed, very well presented by the author. They have depth to them. You're interested in those characters. I will say that Mizurogi, as sort of the lead character, wasn't very likable, perhaps because of his actions that he takes place to decide to plagiarize this young amateur fan of his, you know, to take her work. But it was just really, really intriguing and very well done. With regards to the artwork, anywhere where the main characters, Mizurogi or Sakura or Aki, are in, it seems to be very boldly drawn. See very strong blacks and things, everything really stands out. And it seems like whenever the other characters, like we have Tsuji here, this is the editor, or Koyomi, when we see her too, they seem a little bit more thinly drawn, as if they're there but not as important. I just thought that was kind of odd. So you can see like the definite differences between the pages. And I'd say I had a little trouble with, I think, the fact that it is translated into English from the original Japanese. I think that suffered a little bit here and there, because there's some parts where you're reading along and the sentence structure kind of doesn't flow very well. It seems a little disjointed and something just didn't translate very well, and you had to kind of go back and reread some of those sections. Also, one of the things I had trouble with was the little speech bubbles. You know, usually you have in a comic or a manga, the speech bubbles have that little tail to indicate who is talking, and sometimes they were either very small or missing altogether. So you had to really pay attention to what was being said to know who was saying it. And again, make sure you really focus on the story. But overall, I did enjoy it. Once I think I reread it, I enjoyed it more and understood the plot more. I've heard it described by another reviewer on Goodreads as similar to like Haruki Murakami's works and his plot structure. I've not read anything by that author, but I'm intrigued to want to now, and I will be picking up something by that author soon. If you have any recommendations, let me know. But I really enjoyed this one. Again, it's by Asumiko Nakamura. It's described as her masterpiece to date, first work available in English. So looking forward to see if we get anything more by this author. I will definitely be checking it out, and I hope you decide to give it a try. Thanks for watching.